Started on this window regulator at the rear passenger door, and right away I can see that somebody was here before me because these clips were not set up right. Thank God they're here. Actually, this is nice that they're here. So, and also, but they were like way under. That's not good. We also have these little covers sideways. They're supposed to face downwards. I mean, they're not bad, but definitely somebody was there before me. Just want to point that out. Door panel is removed, and this is another area where I have suspicion that somebody was here before. This is ripped. A little piece of glue. This was on the other side. It was not like that, right? So that is that. And also we see some scratches here. See, there's some scratches over here. So most likely this window regulator was replaced at some point of time. Maybe it's aftermarket, I don't know. I got original one. That's what I'm going to use. Maybe the motor went bad. Whatever the case was, whoever removed this panel and went into this door, they did a really good job without cutting the barrier. This is very important. I really hate to see these barriers cut. You can remove it. As you can see, it is removed as one piece. Yes, sometimes it's not possible, but in many cases, if you put some effort to it, you can remove it as one piece and reinstall it. So this is where we are. I cannot say by any numbers here what was the case and what have you, but our window regulator is bad. And another quick addition to the first part there, broken wheel, that might be from our regulator, but those rivets over there, see those little things? These rivets, they already rusted into the door. Look at those. So whoever replaced this window regulator left old rivets in there, the ends of rivets. So we got 1, 2, I have a third one here. I just noticed it, and I should have put it into the first segment, but yeah, these are the rivets that somebody just left, the ends when you drill them out. So yes, this regulator is not original. It was replaced at some point of time. When, I don't know, can say, but I'm obviously going to remove all the rivets, and I also will check on drains, because drains are important. As we see here, we have some sort of substance. That might be silicone, but I just need to check up on drains. I'll check on drains because panel is off. New window regulator is installed. Motor is back in place, and the bottom there cleaned off from all the rivets and old rivets, and these are the rivets that I cut out. So basically it's clean. These are the parts off. The cable guide wheel, which is destroyed, and this regulator right here is supposed to be, and here is another one that's still intact. This regulator looks good, but something happened. I mean, I don't know. The point of this segment is that whoever replaced this regulator did a really good job. I mean, this is really nice, and I have a feeling that this regulator, the first one, the one that I just replaced again, was done a long time ago, and it was done by the dealer, because this panel right here, it appears to be replacement panel. This whole insulation, I don't know why it was cut like this, no idea, because it's a new panel, or it should have been new. And original panel glue, you can still see a little resemblance of old glue, and whoever installed the replacement panel did a really good job and cleaned up the glue. So yeah, this is really nice. I like to see these kind of things because obviously you cannot make it brand new, right, like off the factory, but somebody really put some attention replacing that regulator that failed again. But it was original. This regulator is original Mercedes regulator, so I have a feeling it was done at the dealership. Sound and moisture barrier is back in place, but I want to talk about this little option, if you would. This is acoustics. This is the real deal acoustics. Mercedes actually made. It's actually not Mercedes, it's a Bose. So they actually made the enclosure specifically fitted for this speaker, acoustically measured to the vehicle with the port. It's a port. There's a port on the bottom over here. As you can see, there's a port in the rear door just to have sound quality. There is nothing digital over here, nothing like high technology. This is real engineering, and that is what I really respect 140 chassis, just for this small little detail, because in later ones they just had the speaker, nothing else, just speaker in the door. But this is the original, how they actually made it with the box. This is the real subwoofer box, if you will. Although this thing cannot produce bass, but they still made it so it can produce as much bass as it can and tuned it. So the port is there for also for a reason. I used to build boxes for subwoofers back in the days, and I remember how difficult it was to calculate everything, and sealed box, ported box, band pass, and all that good stuff. This is engineering, and this is the big respect to Mercedes Benz, who actually did go to Bose and they did make this happen. So here is the result. I put the panel back in together. There's one point that I want to make, 2 points, but as of right now we have one touch operation down and one touch operation up. There is tint on this window, so there might be some dragging here and there, because you know tint shouldn't be there, but from factory, but it is. So but anyway, it's all fine. The panel is set right now, so as you can see it's been deformed for a long time, but it lined up quite well all around, so it stays in there, it's not gonna fall out. The ashtray cover, now this one is all broken. If we look over here, the whole tray is broken, so it would be probably a good idea to reglue it, but there are 2 screws and 2 areas here that I could actually use, so I can put the panel back in, but do not use it if you want to use. I mean, this was not my objective. Objective was to do the regulator. This thing is just like a kind of supplementary situation, but as you can see it's like not, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna look into it one more time, but it's just like I don't like it, but it is what it is. Better than when it was completely removed. It was just missing. So right now it's better to have something versus nothing. If you don't use it, it will remain. And the last point I wanted to make is this. So here we're supposed to have a bolt, and what I did remove was a screw, so the thread is definitely messed up. This is not the screw that's supposed to be here, and it was. So unfortunately I have to use what I have to use because I have to finish this job, but in reality there's supposed to be a bolt, threaded bolt. The screw will work, yes, because somebody already put it in, so the threads are pretty much gone, but nobody will ever know. It will stay. I'm just saying, this is just the point I wanted to make. Clips are back in both, so yeah, we're good to go. So again, down. That's the resistance from the tint, because the tint is rubbing against. But anyway, only one clip was broken, which is actually very surprising. All the other clips, they're all survived, and that was broken even before me, because again, this area was taken apart before me, and now this was not in there straight, but everything else, the best I could, I put it back together. The little felt over here is coming off, but that's, you know, this is what it is. Like I said, this is just to change the regulator. You know, if I were to just restore this whole thing, that's a different story. That just takes like double the time what I already spent on it. But so far so good. So this is nice. Soft close, release, window down. We're good to go. Alright, so this is gonna be all, because I have to go to sleep. It's very late at night. It's past 10 p.m. already at this point. This is Victor at thestorymercedes.com. Thank you for watching.